So I'm talking to John Scanlon about the Irish Hypnotherapy Convention. It's April. What are the dates? It's the 5th.
It's the 5th and 6th of April, and it's in the Clayton Hotel in Liffey Valley in Dublin.
Can't wait. Get to Dublin. This is going to be great. One of the reasons I'm coming, partly because I mean, this is the first time I've ever spoke at a convention, hypnotherapy convention. I've kind of kept out the way a bit, but one of the reasons I'm coming is because you've got some really cool people. I love some of the speakers, and I'd love you. Where are they flying in from? I mean, you've got them flying in from all over. Where are they coming from?
They are flying in from all over. They are flying in from the US. There's about 8 or 9 speakers from the US.
Wow.
Some of the biggest names in world hypnotherapy. They're flying in from Canada. They are flying in from Spain, Italy, Netherlands, Belgium, and the UK, and then Ireland as well, and Switzerland. So, I mean, they're literally coming from, I won't say the four corners of the world, or even all the English-speaking parts of the world, but close enough.
That's
Close enough. I think bar New Zealand and Australia, we pretty much have everywhere else.
we'll get them. They will come. That's amazing that you've only been going 3 years. This is just the
It's
third
only the
one.
third year. Yeah,
Already
it's
they're coming
absolutely
from
the third
all
year.
over, so it spreads
Yeah.
so quickly.
And what's really a joy for me is that um, because you and I have spoken before about the power of hypnotherapy, and when we look at all the speakers and the breadth of topics that they cover,
Yeah,
I mean, it goes to show you the power of hypnotherapy. So you have everything from building confidence to sorting out medical issues to helping children.
yeah.
It's phenomenal. It really is. And and I work a lot with medical related stuff and I work a lot with trauma related stuff. So I suppose I'm fascinated by some of the kind of world class speakers that would be bringing medically related backgrounds, into this, because I want to learn too.
Yeah.
I always remember I did training with Mike Mandel and I remember Mike said because they bring all these people to Canada, and he just went, yeah. We bring all these people to Canada so we can actually train and learn from the best all over the world. I feel like I'm doing the same thing myself here with the conference.
That's
I'm
brilliant.
learning.
That's brilliant. You have got some there's some people there that I really, really want to see. I want to see Adam Cox. He's quite innovative. I mean, I don't know him. He interviewed me recently. That's the first time we've ever spoke. But just seeing him online, he's does amazing yeah, he comes up with really innovative stuff. From the
Does.
business point of view, the promotion point of view, as well as the way he works with hypnotherapy. So I really would like to see his work.
Yeah, I mean, Adam has the biggest hypnotherapy podcast in the world with the
Mm.
hypnotist. And I mean, he's a really, really nice guy. Adam was there last year. He's a great presenter. And I know his talk is on accessing the fourth dimension and how to use it, which would be fairly similar to stuff that you'd use yourself.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
having experienced one of your sessions, anyone who hasn't, please do because it's amazing. But the with Adam, yeah, he's Adam's talk is on helping hypnotherapists to kind of access more creativity in their sessions
Yeah,
and to look at things from a different perspective.
yeah.
And almost to look at something from a 360 point of view rather than just one particular angle that most of us tend to look at stuff from. So it's really going to be fascinating. And I mean, Adam's podcast, as you know, also like he pretty much publishes a full session that he does in his podcast every week, and the creativity that's in those is just quite
He
astonishing.
comes up with some really cool ideas. I know
Yeah,
he's come up with stories and adapted them so that you sit
that's it.
with the story and you think, wow, where have I gone here? Yes, I'm very keen to see him. Who else have we got there? I haven't met Astrid, but I'm keen to meet her because she's talking about tinnitus. And I was telling you
Yeah.
that I had this synchronicity. I listened to her talking about it, and then this guy popped up and then, can you help with tinnitus? I went, no, but I know who can. That was within minutes. So I love that. So that's another really
And there's
interesting.
very few people who talk about that.
Mm, mm.
There's very few. So, I mean, it's going to be one of the talks that people will want to go to see because if they have any interest in tinnitus, because nobody else covers it. Like there is, to my knowledge, I haven't heard. I've been at conferences all over, and I still haven't heard that.
People, it drives people
It's
mad. They're
literally,
on the
yeah,
edge with
because
it.
yeah. In term, I mean, there's 30 speakers, so literally, I'll try and clump and categorize, and I'll pick a few, and I'm
I'm trying
sorry
to
to
think
whoever
who's
I've let
next.
down.
You got Stephen Travers is going to talk.
Stephen is doing a combination of havening and hypnosis, and Stephen's one of the biggest havening trainers in the world and a great hypnotist.
Oh, he's my old mate. I've known
Yeah,
Stephen a long time. So he's an old mate of mine, and I was around the early days of Havening. There's a big story to that, how I was around the early days of Havening. But yeah, I've known him a long time. Good guy, very, very skilled. So that's going to be really interesting to use both. But I suppose with Havening, you do take people into a bit of a altered state in order to work.
it's a trance-like state because anything
Yeah,
that brings
yeah.
people back into that feeling is
Yeah, yeah. I'm
you
trying to
know.
think who else you've got. Who else have you got? You've got
Oh,
Cole
there's
to do something, isn't he?
Carl is doing media and how to build your profile and stuff like that. So Carl has been one of the biggest supporters of the conference since it
Yeah.
began, and he's an amazing guy. And he really is, and I'd be lost without him. There is, and I mean, what he's going to be demonstrating is how he's pretty much built his business. He's one of
Yeah.
the best known hypnotists in the world and one of the most
Yeah.
successful. So you're taking leadership from the very best or learning from the very best during his
Yeah, he
presentation.
does it. He does it. There's so many people up there selling courses going, I'm going to show you how to. They've never done it. None of
Yeah.
them have ever done it.
No, absolutely. Congruence is key. Congruence is
It
absolutely.
really is. There's so many people telling you how to run your business, but they've never run a business. And he does it. He gets out there.
Absolutely. And I mean, business is something that I like to address at those conferences because as a self-employed person, you are a business without actually exist. If you can't manage your business, you can't provide your service, so your clients can't win.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's actually not fair to your clients if you don't manage your business properly.
yeah,
And there's a number of different talks on that. Everything from how to sell without being salesy from Andrew Arbina, who's a first-time Irish speaker as well, but he's been a salesman all his life. So he's just taken what he's learned. He's a hypnotist, and part of the conference, what we like to do is take 4 or 5 people who've never publicly spoken before,
mm,
but have a huge set of skills.